Yeah, baby. Yeah, that was it. That was great. That was everything I wanted to see and more. Look, you know what? I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing with that one. What a result. Huh? Millwall hype. Listen, before I get into it, you know the drill, people. Hit the likes on the video. Run them likes up. Like the win, like for the win today. Mm, what a win. Champagne football at times. And that's what we're going to do in this league this season, people. It's not going to happen every game, but when that counter attack, when it hums, oh Lord, it's going to hum nicely. So listen, people, hit the like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and of course, drop your comments. Oh my Lord, 3-0. When was the last time we won 3-0? And listen, clean sheet again. You know, we got one before the international break. That's 2 in a row. And that was after a pretty shaky start. But all in all, what a performance today. And you know what? We're going to go through the squad. Ampadu got the man of the match today. And listen, he was tremendous. There's so many candidates today, though. You know, Perot got 2 goals. He could have been man of the match, not just for his finishing, but for his overall play. Jorginho today, apart from trying to win those little Premier League free kicks that he's not going to get, he was brilliant today. Nanto up against that rugby player, Leonard, and we're going to talk about that. He was great today. Hey, listen, hey, you know what? No more Dan James slander, yeah? That assist was unique. The assist from Dan James was unique. Shall we put it that way? But we'll go through those. We'll go through those as we are. Sam saying Leeds are back, baby. Yeah, man. Listen, get the word out there. We're back up. We are back up, man. Oh, man. Sean saying Perot 20 plus this season. I wouldn't put it past him. If he gets 20 plus in that Swansea team, what got me was we making changes, and my Lord, our bench is ridiculous. The depth in this squad, whoa. This is the kind of depth I wish we had in the Premier League. But in this league, when you're seeing Nanto come off, you're seeing Somerville come off, and then you're seeing Dan James and Jaden Anthony come on, it's like, whoa, we haven't really lost much there. Brilliant. Darren here, a win in London. Oh my God, yeah, we're breaking all kinds of voodoo this season, people. This ain't gonna be any like any other Leeds team. This is not like any other Leeds team. I said that the hard work needed to go in on this international weekend, and it looked like we did that today. We were much more dynamic in our attack today. There was a lot more idea. There was a lot more endeavor. It was wonderful today. Absolutely wonderful. We resorted Millwall to what's his name, Longman. He just kept on taking long shots from outside the box. You know, I think their goal to get a chance in the beginning of the first half was just to shoot it at Meslier and see what happens. And I understand that, but we were limiting them to very, very limited chances. Let's have a look. Sajal here saying liking Jorginho more and more. He's slowly coming good. Good luck to the lad. Listen, he was good today. He was good today. He was trying to get, you see, when he got, held a little or got a little touch, he was trying to go down like this is the Premier League. It's like, Georgie, you're not going to get those here, mate. And listen, I don't want to talk about the referee too much because, I don't do that here. But I did find it funny how in the first half, Ryan Leonard, by the way, wasn't even looking at the ball half of the time. He's looking at Nanto just to block him off or rugby tackle him. It was crazy, but he wasn't giving free kicks for that. But then when in the second half, Nanto pulls him back, he gives a free kick. Crazy how it goes. But yeah, all Leeds are saying grit, determination, and a lot of ability combined with a manager that knows tactics at long last. Yeah, it's a wonderful combination. Beautiful combination. Yeah. Shelley here. Meslier was poor in the first half. I thought didn't fill me confidence. Well, that's what I was talking about in terms of the defense in the first half. I mean, we saw a couple of calamities with Stroud just misplacing a header back to Meslier, went out for a corner. Stroud and Ayling buckling it together, giving away a corner. Then, of course, Meslier letting one through his hands. But the good thing is, people, is that whereas in the Premier League, we used to get hit and beat every time with those mistakes, in the Championship, you can get away with it a bit more. And that's the saving grace for me. Seriously, that is the saving grace when we have the defense that we have. It's that we're not going to get punished on every opportunity where we mess up. We've come out with a clean sheet, people, when really we shouldn't have, but we have. So, look, it's going to be dicey, but with the attack we've got, we've always got a chance of scoring many goals. I mean, I want to go for our goals individually in just a moment. We got plenty of time, though, people. We got time today. Michael saying so many positives, only going to get better. 100%, Michael. It was almost a perfect performance today, really and truly. And like, yeah, Stephen, I was just about to say this, Stephen. Feels like years since I've enjoyed a game like that. I can't remember the last time I enjoyed a game like this. Seriously, I think even our last win against not last win, but the win against Forest in the Prem, it's all huffing, puffing, working so hard to get the win. Oi, we was playing champagne football today. That first goal. Oh yeah. Oh yes, baby. Yeah. No, that's my kind of football. Pass, move, a dummy by Perot, tuck shops open, bottom corner. Love it. Junior saying Ethan again. Yeah, not gonna go without speaking about Ampadu yet again in that midfield. And listen, and shout out to Archie Gray as well, who didn't shrink in this game. You know, it would have been very easy for a young guy to go to the den and feel the pressure. Man, he was just playing his game as normal, man. This guy, he's just got it in his veins. He's just got it in his veins, and I'm excited about all the potential of Archie. But back to Ethan, wonderful performance in there. Millwall couldn't get through him. He was, you know, apart from a couple sloppy passes in the first half, brilliant passing all throughout the game. Wonderful. Like, there's just so many things we could eulogize today. Honestly, people. Honestly, there's so many things. Rutter getting some love. Nightcrawler, where you at, Nightcrawler? I want to see you in here. All right. I want to see some Rutter prop. I need to see that from you. But yeah, Rutter, he was magnificent today. The thing with Rutter as well, he's got this not weird way of moving, but he moves so he just looks so all over the place when he runs, kind of thing, where you don't know which way he's going to go, and he can hold the ball pretty well. And I think he's going to get better once he gets a run of games. Now that the international break's over, run of games, start him again against Hull. I think Jorginho's going to get even better. That finish, by the way, lovely, top corner, top bins. You ain't saving that. You ain't saying that. Nick is saying Perot's goal return is unreal. It's nice, isn't it? It's nice to have a striker that knows where the goal is. And that dummy, by the way, that's football intelligence. I'm talking about the first goal. Going back to, I'm all over the place, people, but understand, we haven't had a victory like this in a while. That dummy for the first goal, with that play between Nanto, Rutter, the dummy over, and then back into Joel Perot. Oh my Lord. I'm going to be watching that for quite a while. Not going to lie. I'm going to be watching that on replay for a while. So I will run up those highlights. No problem. And so Rutter is a giraffe, but he's our giraffe. That reminds me of the line from Stephen King's Thinner, if anyone's seen that. He was a mook, but he was my mook. Yeah. Anyone seen that? Let me know. Let me know. Hey. And Jacob saying, and we didn't even concede a token goal at the end. That's what I'm saying. There's just so many things. And like, I mean, people talking about the shakiness in the first half. What the other adjustment people have got to get used to is that in the championship, you're not always going to get punished for those. So you can get away with a bit more sloppiness at the back. But the defense and even Meslier, they grew throughout the game. They grew throughout the game. See, that was the problem in the Premier League. All the mistakes got punished. So then your confidence is on the floor. When you can get away with some, get yourself back into the game, regroup, your confidence grows. And we saw that today. Even Strauch, I thought he grew into the game. Joe Rodon today. I mean, we haven't even mentioned Rodon. Oi. Battler, come back with a war wound, still heading that ball from his own box into their half. Magnificent. Magnificent, man. Let me see. Yeah, a really solid performance. Yeah. And yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mr. Tom. I completely agree. Meslier was genuinely solid after the early mistake. I 100% agree. Lodi saying Byron was good today. Think he'll be getting better each game. I don't know. I didn't really notice Sam Byron too much, but maybe that's just a microsm of just how many other good players stood out to me. So I'm not saying he was bad. I'm just saying I didn't really notice him. But wait, let me know if you thought Byron was good too. That film Finner Cage, is that the one with the pie and there's a curse? Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Yusuf is saying James has just been given assist of the season on Sky. Listen, you know what? If you could sum up Dan James, that was it, wasn't it? Really, on the counter, he's played it out. He's looking to get the return to shoot bottom corner, and he stumbles over it, but he stumbled over it into assist. I'm not going to keep on making that caveat for Dan James and that in this league is going to be dangerous. I'm not saying that no more because he is dangerous in this league. Whether people like him or not, he will cause havoc. Okay, he will cause havoc and he will get us up the pitch. So just enjoy him this season because Daniel Farker knows he's a useful weapon. And these are the kind of things I was talking about. When we're 1-0 up or maybe 1-0 down, he'll come on in, like, say, the last 20, 25 minutes, and he will cause defenders all kinds of problems, really and truly. Um, hey, James with the no look pass, tremendous. Oh my days. Oh my God. Hey, leave that James alone. I will not have DJ. I will not have DJ slander today. Dan James, you know what? I got your back, bro. I got your back. Oh Lord. David saying unlucky for Spence to get injured. Yeah, I'm hoping we'll hear more about it. Let me just get the team up. It was very familiar looking, wasn't it? When we going back to the start of the game. Listen, people, we're just vibing today. We're vibing. Okay, vibe with me on this one. I saw the lineup and saw it was very familiar. It's the kind of lineup we've seen throughout the season so far without any of the new names. Maybe people are still getting up to speed. We know that Jed Spence has got a knee injury. Hopefully, Daniel Farker will clarify if he'll be back for Hull or maybe it's longer term. I really hope it's not longer because what you have to understand, people, is if you add Jed Spence into this mix, oh my days, we're exploding. We are absolutely exploding. There will be teams will not know what to do with us if we add Jed Spence into this mix. Seriously, seriously, they will not know what to do. So hopefully he's not too bad. But I was cool with this today. I was wondering if Jorginho was going to play a little bit more advanced with more advanced than Joel Perot again, but you kind of saw today they were kind of interchanging. But I will maintain that Jorginho's best work is when he is operating as that pressing attacking midfielder because he can win the ball back and then he starts attacks. He's brilliant at that. So yeah, I was absolutely happy with that. And then you look at the bench. You know, you've got Shackleton, who is some would consider unlucky to not start today with the performances he's put in. Um, Kamara, Gruev is there, Jaden Anthony, Dan James, Joe Gilhart, who's still got a lot to prove at back in this at this club. It's strong, people. It's strong. Um, yeah, Nate, I completely agree. Georgie's best role is hold up playmaker, 100%, 100% with you. I do not think he's an out and out nine. I don't think he's got that in him. But as a pressing, attacking midfielder, oh, he can do that. That's it. That's his game. Somebody here just said it. Yeah, Aney can't beat pace. Guys, did you see the devastating counter attacks when we had to get the ball back and go up to Millwall? They couldn't deal with us. That Ryan Leonard, I can't get him out of my head. He's living in my head rent free. All he was doing was blocking off Nanto today. It was it was a real championship kind of defending mode, wasn't it? You can never do that in the Prem. You get pulled up and yellow carded early on. I think the ref forgot his cards today, but Ryan Leonard today, I mean, he just couldn't cope. So he just said, you know what, forget the ball. I'm just going to watch Nanto. First, I'm going to rugby tackle him. Then I'm going to just block him off a couple times. Jamie, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how many fouls he committed. He was doing it all game. If we had lost, it would have been so annoying. But now you can kind of laugh about it. Yep, Carl, great point. We're learning to play to the whistle. Also, we are, and you have to do that. I think as the games go on, people like Jorginho, he will know that he's not going to get free kicks for just getting a little tap and falling over. You're not going to get that in the championship. You're just not. I mean, you've seen with a couple of penalty shots that Nanto's had in previous games where there were penalties that you're not going to get every foul. So he's just going to have to learn that and stay on his feet a bit more. But yeah, yeah, Michael. No word of a lie. I said this when I was watching it. I said the ref don't worry about your car getting brick, man. Just claim it on the insurance. Although I don't know if they pay it out, knowing so you took your car to the den. But yes, I also said that as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, Mad Jacks. The ref was under 0.5 cars today. Tremendous. Let me just get Okay, Parrot House with the super sticker. Thank you so much for the support. As always, man, big supporter of the channel. Oh God, I need to shout out a couple new members. Bob's your uncle saying Bamford should never see the picture of this lot. Who's that? Who's he? No, I'm just joking. But look, I agree. I 100% agree. If he was to come back and replace Perot, I'd be out side Ellen Road. I'd be writing by myself, man. I'd be like, nah, we ain't doing that. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens when he's back. But again, I look at Bamford, and as much as, and I want to make this clear, I do not rate him at all. But if you're a championship defender and you're seeing Perot come off and Bamford come on for the last 10, you've got something to think about at this level. You kind of do. I know Deshaun, they always do that. They always say stuff like that. They don't really know. They just go with, oh, Patrick Bamford, who's played an England game, scored 17 Premier League goals one time. Oh, he must be a starter. They don't know what they're talking about. Don't worry about it. Let's have a look. Jacob saying Bamford off the bench in the champ is great depth, in my opinion. It's depth, yeah. I don't know about great, Jacob. But let's not throw that word around so easily, yeah. And then Ishtar saying Bamford is garbage, yeah. Vega, yeah. Let's get some Dan James love, people, with that assist. Dan James' speed is a game changer. 100% is at this level. 100%. Bradley Pickle saying beautiful confidence to strive into the season, and yeah, and that's it as well. I said it. I don't like to not make excuses, but do the whole our season starts now. But I did get that feeling that once the international break has come, that this would be like the beginning of the season. And this, we haven't seen a game like this yet. Now, can we replicate this at home? That's another question where teams will come and sit back. But this felt like what Daniel Farker wanted to do. This is the way that he wanted to play. And it's like this is the most complete performance we've had under him so far. Mr. Tom saying the last time Leeds won at Millwall, my hair wasn't going grey. Yeah, I think LUFC data said that this is the biggest win we've had against Millwall in our history. So that tells you just how much of a bogey spot that has been. And I want to say that as well. I think, we saw the videos being released again by the clubs today about, please behave and everything else like that. But overall, I didn't hear anything untoward in the crowd from the TV anyway. I don't know if the people that went to the game heard anything that differently. But I think both sets of fans have done well. Now the game has finished and people are trying to leave. So this may age badly, but I think overall both sets of fans did well. And it has to be said, because if they did badly, we'd be talking about how scummy both sets of fans were being towards each other. So, I know we shouldn't be praising good behavior. It should just be the norm, but, football's not normal. So, shout out to the fans for making it a good atmosphere. Was it the first win in 11 years? Yeah. Cole is saying James was a little comical. 2 assists via a missed kick and a deflection. Still not a top player apart from his pace. Yeah, Mr. Tom. Yeah, the crowd seemed like stand about and nothing real saucy. I agree with that. Let me see. And who else should we see? Yeah, Crescencio Somerville. Oh my days. When it was 1-0 and he went through, and there was no support, so he had to flick it over the goalkeeper. I thought he put it in the far corner. I was celebrating. I was like, oh, what a goal. But, it just went kind of wide kind of thing. But Somerville today went a little quiet in the second half, but when he did eventually get on the ball, he's threatening. And that's the beauty of what we've got in the team. We don't need to have one person occupying the ball all the time like we did in the Prem with Nanto, and it was Nanto or bust. Everyone can get a piece of the pie. Everyone can get a piece of the ball and do something. And we're seeing that. Defenses don't know how to cope with us. Yeah. Oh, Nate, you remember? Yeah, it would have been perfect. Oh man, the chip into the far corner. Oh my lord. And more Ampadu love. I'm love to see it. Donny here. Ampadu really oozes such quality, man. This is why I said, and you can go back to my signing video when we signed Ampadu for 7 million, rising to 10, whatever it may be. I honestly can't believe, when I look at the standard of some of the midfields in the Premier League right now, that he didn't get a move to the Prem. And I'm delighted. I'm absolutely delighted. No complaints. But he should be at the, I'd say the lower end of the Premier League. He should be there right now. So we literally have a player that should be playing at a high level in our team. And that's what's going to help Those are the kind of things that help move you up the table. Those are the kind of things that make what I predicted a tough 2-1 win to Leeds at the Den turn into a 3-0 away from home. Wonderful. And yeah, we're gonna give Rodon some love. Rob Rookie here. Can we buy Rodon? Looks like Woodgate. Ooh. Oh, hey, John Woodgate. That's one of my favorite ever centre backs here. But I hear you. I hear you. In the terms of the way Woodgate used to just throw himself in the way of anything, old school defending, used to just block everything, and that's the way Joe Rodon is. Again, Joe Rodon, unlucky at Spurs, just went a tad too high. Maybe could have done with a move to a Crystal Palace or something. But solid centre back, and I'm delighted he's here. Honestly, I'm really delighted. Yeah, Nate Rodon, the most underrated player this season. We've got a few, Nate. That's the beauty. That is the beauty of it. Whereas last season we're trying to pick out who's actually being good. You could count on three fingers. At the moment, you could write eulogies for so many of these players after today. Wonderful performances, really and truly. Dave here, Archie Gray and Ampadu, how good are they? Yeah, as I said with Archie Gray, he's just going to keep on getting better, and we're going to be better for it. Absolutely brilliant from Gray. I was concerned that we're not integrating Gruev or Kamara in the team yet, but it's working. It's working. Maybe we'll see some change against Hull as Kamara gets back up to speed. I saw with Glenn Kamara, he's doing work. He was doing work in the off season, doing work as well in the international break. You can tell these players are doing everything they can to get fit and be a part of this. The options, it's just in our benefit, people. Really and truly, it's in our benefit. Andrew, this team is better than most of Bielsa's team. Oh, controversial, Andrew. Get ready to put your tin hat on. Bradley, I hear this, Bradley. For me, Somerville took 10 touches too many and can't make his mind up until it's too late. So much potential, just small adjustments, in my opinion. And Bradley and everyone else, he will get that as he plays more games. That's what happens. You play more games, you iron those things out in games, and he will do that. I hear what you're saying. There are times when he could have released the ball a bit quicker. But like you say, there's just too much potential there, too much quality, and he will come good. He will definitely come good. Let me just see now. Have we got any comments from Daniel Farker just yet? Let me just see. I'm sure he's spoken on Sky Sports already, but no, nothing come out just yet. Well, let me just direct you to the table. Oh, let me see. I mean, Youssef Rowett saying Millwall were dominant in the first half. All right, man. Okay, sure. Right. Let's have a look. Okay, people. So I don't know if I'm going to keep on getting the table up, but how healthier does it look now? There we are. Lovely. One red X that will be sorted out. I'm sure. I'm sure we're going to get another 3 points against Hull. Spoiler alert. But yeah, looking much healthier now. And I can see us ascending as we go on. I really do. I see us ascending as the games go on. 100%. Yeah, top 10, baby. Yeah, yeah. Nate saying Preston, who would have thought? Yeah, it's still early. It's still early. Obviously, it is too early to put up the table, but it's nice to get an indicator of where you are, and it's going to get better, people. We're just below Southampton, who, some of you were anointing as champions already. And Southampton have held 9 in the last 2 games. Eh? David saying now we want 2 wins in a row. 100%, David, and it's not out of the realms of possibility against Hull City, is it? Let's see. Bob's your uncle with another super chat. Thank you, Bob's your uncle. Farker is the best thing to happen to this club. We will, yeah. I hope so. We need to carry on in this vein, but you can see the work he's doing. He's obviously very likable. I've already said many times he's a very likable guy. You can tell that from his demeanor, the way he talks, the lessons that he's handed out to problematic situations. He's dealt with them well. It's what happens on the football pitch, and what I saw today. If that's a taste of what we've got to come, this is going to be a beautiful season, people. Nate, shout out to Nate. Top 2 is here. Let's add the FA Cup as well. Hey, why not, man? Why not? Nick G. This is interesting. For the first time in a long time, I felt the other team were not going to score. I'm actually with you. I'm actually with you, Nick. Did anyone else feel that today? Usually, we always feel like we're in for a sucker punch at some point in the game. We're always bound to get a cheap Leedsy goal, but I never felt that today. I felt we was quite secure. I really did. Did anyone think that we was going to concede? Because I didn't. I honestly didn't. Max, brilliant. Every attacker brings something different. Just getting the right combination for each game. Easy stuff. Yeah, man. Easy stuff. Man, Farker's getting a lot of love, man. I love it. Ryan saying Farker is just no nonsense, which is perfect for Leeds, 100%. And he stood firm so far, Ryan, and everybody else. Even Jesse Marsh, and I don't want to bring it down, but managers, even Neil Warnock before him, way before him, they eventually give in to the fan support. Now, if Daniel Farker was one of those managers, he would have probably sold Nanto. He'd have probably got rid of him like everyone was demanding. But he said, no, Nanto, you go over there until this is resolved, until I've got a resolution for it. You're going to stay over there. He ignored the outside noise. And that's something very refreshing for me because I've been waiting for a manager to do this. I thought he was going to get it with Jesse, and then Jesse turned into every other manager where he got to know the players and got all sappy. So it's good. And hopefully Daniel Farker continues with that. Callum here, very happy with the result, but we need to keep it up. Yeah, 100% we need to keep it up. Yeah, 100%. Sammy here saying, well done, boys. Other than a few mistakes, I think we played the best we have in a long time, March Hunting. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Jack, it's something to talk about. Well, listen, Leicester were purring. I don't know if anyone saw the Leicester Southampton game. Yeah, Leicester on a different level. You can tell anyway with Leicester's the quality of Leicester's squad. The fact that they still kept Ndidi is huge for them. Dewsbury Hall and players like that, magnificent, and getting Casadei. But yeah, Leicester and Southampton look more vulnerable in the transition than we do. I still think, especially early on in the games, it just seems like we have to, because even in this game, let's go back onto this game. In the first 10 minutes, it was all Millwall. If that's what Gary Wright was talking about in that Millwall with a better team, in the first 10 minutes, the ball was all in our half. I didn't even know their goalkeeper was playing at points in the first half. So if that's what he's talking about, yeah. And you can tell down the fullbacks at this point, while we've got the players that we have, we are going to be a bit vulnerable there. But obviously, hopefully, once Spence is back, Furpo, hopefully we get that natural balance that will just make us even more of a solid unit at the back, just with more balance. I know, Max. I'm sorry, man. Don't ruin my vibe bringing up Marshall Warnock. My bad. You know what? My fault. My fault. I'll hold that one. Bob's, hey, Russell Martin had dodgy defensive records at all his clubs. He plays attractive football, Bob's, but as we know, that comes with a risk. And when it doesn't come off, that one of their goals that Leicester scored the other day was a disgrace, and it reminded me of goals we conceded in the Prem. Disgraceful. You can't get caught all the way that high up and just allow Leicester to have that one of the easiest goals you ever now. Yeah, but it's risk and reward, and when it doesn't come off, it stinks. Lewis is saying any Strout love today. I don't know, chat. Any Strout love today? If you want to give Strout some love, feel free. T85, I'd almost forgotten we started a bit shaky yet, but today's game will be the biggest confidence boost, and we just show no fear. Yeah, it's like I said earlier, T85, they will get confidence in knowing that every little mistake that they make is not going to get punished like it did in the Prem, and that's what happened today. They grew into the game. Like we say, the first 10 minutes was all Millwall. It really was. They were peppering us. They were getting corner after corner. They were making it uncomfortable for Elan Meslier and a couple of our defenders, but we stood tall and we've come out with a clean sheet. One brilliant result today, honestly. What did anyone think of Jaden Anthony's cameo? If you want to put that in as well. And Jaden Anthony looked sharp. He'll be a grower over the season. Did anyone think that he looked good in his little cameo? I don't think we saw enough. I know there was a nice little bit of play when he got through, but then he kind of kicked the ground and tripped over. But yeah, I think with a bit more familiarity with the team, a bit more time on the training pitch with the players, I think he will be a nice addition. Michael. Strauch, he's still shaky. He still needs Rodon's help. Otherwise, he's lost. Interesting. Interesting. I listen, I never said that. That's Michael Pollard. Okay. That's not Cage. All right. Yeah, Michael, I'm with you there. Good option off the bench. Yeah, 100%. And Nate saying Anthony has the juice, perfect competitions for the wings. Yeah. Yeah. And Dave, yeah, a bit rusty, maybe. Yeah. I mean, he's played Premier League football week in, week out, so he shouldn't be that rusty. But obviously, you're coming into a new environment, new team. It's like joining a new school, isn't it? Even though you've been in school before, it takes you a while to get used to your surroundings. So, we'll give him that. But it was good that he didn't give up the ghost. He went through the players and tried to get on the end of the chance instead of losing the ball and it amounting to nothing. So there is positive signs there. Tom saying thought Pascal was okay today. Yeah, okay. Shane is saying that he would have Creswell in for Strouk. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm surprised Charlie didn't get a little run out today against his old loan club. But yeah, Jacob though saying I think we're closer to the old Pascal again. Still not perfect, but let him cook. Yeah. And Nate saying Strouk is so much better than Creswell in my opinion. There we go. There we are. Um okay, let me just see if anything's come out. While I'm looking for something, please hit a like on the video. There's over 800 of you in here. Thanks for joining me. Please hit the like button for me. Best way to help out the channel. Uh have we got any? Here we go. There we are. We're getting some quotes. Okay, while the quotes are loading up, I'll get into some more of your comments. Uh Gavin. Gavin, slow down, buddy, slow down. Gray, the next Bellingham. I if Archie Gray turns into half of the player that Jude Bellingham is going to be, then we've got a 100+ million player on our hands. Jude Bellingham he's not even the complete player yet. He's still growing and improving. But yeah, no, there's so much to enjoy about Archie Gray. Let's not give him comparisons yet. Let's enjoy him as Archie Gray. That's what I'm gonna do. Um Sorry about that. Ray saying, "How happy am I living only a mile from Millwall?" I would say you're not very happy, Ray. I would say you need to move. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, John, John H. That's funny, John. I'll give you that. Joby Bellingham, tremendous, tremendous. Luke saying Millwall versus Leeds and 0 cards in the game. Yeah, I think the ref actually forgot him. I think he left them in his car because there was definitely some yellow cards that should have been given today, both ways, both sides. So hey, listen, is what it is, isn't it? Um, yeah, exactly. Bellingham is in the league of his own at the minute. He's doing it internationally and at Real Madrid. You know, he's on another planet. He's on another planet, man. Tom, what kind of advice is this? Go for a walk in your shirt, Ray. Do we want to see Ray again? And he's a member of the channel. I need him around. I'm just kidding. But by the way, I haven't shouted. Poor from me. Very, very poor. Um, Richard Taylor and Russ, thank you for becoming members of the channel. Memberships are in the description if you want to help me out in the channel that way. And for the super thanks on the last video, Karen Kerr and John Abbott and Carl Brown, much love for the support. Thank you so much. Kevin saying he lives near Millwall too. Oh Lord. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let me just refresh the quotes. I've enjoyed this stream, people. I hope you've enjoyed this one too. This is what I've been missing, man. It feels so long since we've had a joyful stream. I've missed this. This is it. This is the Leeds United I fell in love with. Right, let's have a look. Oh no. Oh, of course, we can't always have good things. Oh, people. Oh, all right. Let's just go from the top. Bad news on Jed Spence, out for several weeks with a knee ligament injury. Farker says not needing surgery at this stage. Oh, we should have known in it. We should have known as Leeds fans. We can't always have nice things and it just be left that way. We just can't. We just don't get that at Leeds United. And I'm sure Gary Hillman will be talking to everyone about the curse. We just can't have nice things. And why? How have we broken Jed Spence already? Yeah, I'm kind of gutted with that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of gutted with that news. No, I'm not kind of. I'm gutted with that news. Several weeks and not knowing if he needs surgery at this stage, it kind of sounds more like a month or so. If you're having to examine him if he needs surgery. Oh man. I, why us? Why us, man? Banjack saying Ailings put the voodoo on him. Oh. Yeah, I mean that will be an option. I'm sure Daniel Farke will use that when Ailing needs to come out now. In terms of Jamie Shackleton coming in at right back. Oh, it's taken the air out of me a little, but you know what? Let's carry on. Let's carry on. Farker on the Rutter and Perot partnership. From day to day, it's improving. You can feel that on the training pitch. Yeah, I'm seeing it, man. They're sourcing out now. They're sourcing. Farker's reaction. I'm proud. I've played here several times as manager, and it's unbelievably tough place. As a club, we waited more than a decade for 3 points. You have to be spot on. Amazing team goals. The first one, you could put it in a book and sell it. It was so wonderful. Oh, Daniel Farke, he sounds excited like I was. You have no idea, man. I was around the living room. I was like, I'm letting off the machine gun. I was like, yeah. So yeah. I know, Max. I hear you. Several weeks in lead terms, in Leeds term is probably 3 months. I know that's the trepidation I have, because when you're saying that you don't have to examine it for surgery yet, it makes me think, all right, what else is there? What are you not telling me here? But listen, we got to roll with the punches. We got to go with what we've got. That's what we have to do now, and I'm sure that the team will regroup. I'm sure they will, but it is a devastating blow. Let me see. Is there any other quotes? Let me just refresh while we're here. Get you seeing the refresh live and direct. Is it the bad news that's been left? Yeah, that's the last thing. Okay, we'll leave it at that. If there's anything else, we can talk about it in another show. But yeah, um, let me just see. Is there anything else on the docket? I've enjoyed this one. I've had fun on this one, people. I hope you have too. I really do. No, there is nothing else, people. So you know what? Until the next live stream, we're going to leave it there. Please drop your comments below about thoughts on the game, your best players of the match, or whatever you want to say in regards to the game today. Um, your thoughts on Jed Spence's injury, the dominance of today, the beautiful goals. I want to see love in the comments there. I want to see some good stuff. You know what I mean? We've waited a long time for this. So people, please do me a favor and just caress that like button before you go. It really does help the channel out in ways that you can't imagine on this YouTube platform. Please do that. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And you know what? I will see you in the next one, people. Keep your notification bell on so you know when I'm going live. And I'll see you soon. Enjoy that. 3-0. Hold that, Millwall. Hold that. Peace.